afternoon, audience. This is Lady Pauline from our Power Show here in Queens. Today I'm someplace very special, VP Records, and I'm interviewing
Bugle.
Bugle. Yes, and you have a record that's being released today on all the different platforms. Tell me what are the platforms they've been released on, and what is the name of your album?
So the album is the Toxicity Deluxe edition, because I put this album out last year in Europe. That was, but I decided that I need to make sure that this region of the world actually get a fair chance with this project because people really love it.
Now,
People want,
toxicity
yeah,
has a lot of meaning to it.
yeah. I made this album during the pandemic.
Okay.
So at the time when I was doing this album, the world was really toxic with everything that was happening. It was extremely toxic. It was a lot of craziness happening in the world right across the board. So I decided to call this album Toxicity. I wanted to call it different names, but I think Toxicity was the perfect
It
pick.
is perfect.
Yeah, so I go with Toxicity. And as I say, I put it out last year in Europe. Evidence Music was the distributor. But the album didn't get a fair chance to explore because there was no showkeeping. We couldn't travel to nowhere. I couldn't come to VP to do interviews.
Yes, because of the pandemic, everything was
You
shut
understand?
down.
So we decided that me and my team, the team of people who definitely believe in me and believe in what we've been doing, decided that, listen, we need to put back this album out, change some of the song them, change up the artwork, put it out and give it a shot. And that's exactly what we're doing right now.
And I think this is a very good time for you to do it because people are back in circulation now. People are going to shows, they're listening to music.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So I think this is a hot time for you.
I think it's perfect timing.
Yeah.
So the album is available on Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube, and Ngami for those who are in Europe. I don't know, maybe it's available worldwide, but Ngami I think is a new thing for we and in this region.
Yes.
So the album is everywhere. So regardless of where you're at, don't have no excuse.
You can always purchase it on those
You can
platforms.
always purchase, and it's pretty reasonable,
That's good.
$10.
Oh, yeah, that is very reasonable.
That
I
is
mean, my
more
God.
than I know, right?
Yeah, my shoes is a little bit more than that. Bugle, tell me a little bit about your background, where you're from, and how you got started in this wonderful industry, music.
Well, I'm from Portland, originally Portland, Jamaica. I was born and raised in Portland. I spent most of my years in Kingston. I developed a genuine love for music from maybe age between 10 and 12. I realized I started flipping other people's songs. I start doing my ear and see and other people I do. At the time, it's mostly radio. You hear stuff span. So I hear people like Lieutenant Stitchie, and I hear people like Papa San, and I hear people like Peter Metro. I remember those three names because of how lyrical they was at the time. I never hear nobody more lyrical than
So
them.
they sort of inspired you.
That's my first three inspiration. Peter Metro, Lieutenant Stitchie, and Papa San. Listening to Peter Metro DJ backwards at the time, I was like, how can a human being do this with so much things and you say it non-stop, you're not taking a break. So it kind of weird to me, oh, anybody can do this. You have to be really talented to be doing something like this. So that kind of grabbed my attention. And I want to do stuff like this. I want to learn. I want to know how to do this.
So at this point, you're about a teenager?
Yes.
Teenager.
Yes.
So when did you actually start putting it into action?
So in my classroom at school, I used to beat the desk, beat my chest. And I not only do that in a class, but you find out when I do it in a class now, me sit down in every chair in the class because my teacher think, okay, yeah, this term my class. Too much distractions. So I go move you from this and I go put you here. So I move you from, but everywhere I go is the same thing. So school concert come up now and teacher say, you were always in my class. I go on like you are the teacher. See you get a platform you know for go prove your talent. Go and go sing for the school. And I jump at it. I was excited about it. There wasn't any shy thing, no nothing. Yeah, like me I say, how we talk about teacher, I'm ready. As a little boy, me I tell about age 12. Like
So
me
you
I
felt
say,
it's natural.
yeah, me
natural.
feel like I'm ready. So I run out on the stage when concert go on and my mother and my family them and everybody there and don't know say I can actually do this. So when them hear my name call for me go up go sing, what him I go up go sing, them I run up there and I start singing and the whole school start mash up like big forward and a little bridging them I run and I lift me up and it was just excitement. So from that now the community realized that this little youth have talent. We need them in the youth club. So I start go to the youth club now and as DJ in the club, everything was going on at the youth club at the time. So the youth club used to keep a lot of concert. And these concert now is outside of the school, so bigger, everybody is involved. And me become the star to the point where I start enter competitions now was community outside of my community where it's clash are going on now and me I win, me I kill some artists who are big too and bad, you know, and I say no man, I'm an all-star. So I start get the love there from inside.
Yes.
You understand? The love when I start get is inside, like inside. Everybody just start embrace what me I do from in my community, come right out. But I decided that I cannot stay in Portland to do this because there was no recording studio in Portland. There was no recording facility. There was no place for me to go and sing song. I mean, if I sing song, because just going on the stage, go perform and your community, I feel it and your community like it, that don't really bring you nowhere. That's just for the immediate people. So me want to go into the studio to record song. So me run away from Portland. I'm about age 16.
Oh boy! How did your family feel about that? Did they know you was leaving?
No
you just
one
ran.
know. I just take a bus and you know I have people them still who I hook up with and them know so I come in the city and them embrace me, them you know, embrace me with open arms and go into the city and just start go from studio to studio. And it took me like 15 years before I could have made my first hit song. So there was a lot that happened on that journey during that 15 years. I got through every terrain.
Because see, people only see the stardom. They don't realize the road that you had to travel to get to this road.
Trust me. I got through all the terrains. I got through all the storms, you know, and no matter how dirty the water is, I still come out clean. I will give thanks to that.
So this is really what you feel is meant for you.
It's not even a feeling, I know. You know, when I look back at my journey and where I'm coming from and where I'm at now and the type of music that I do, then I know say the Almighty God have me upon the mission here. And no man have me right here, so I'm there for a reason. I'm there on the level where I'm there on for a reason as well. I wasn't supposed to be above where I'm at, and I could never be below where I'm at. So Jah have me which part I'm there for a reason. And him know when is the right time to take me above and beyond.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. I agree with you 100%. Yeah. Tell me, what haven't you done yet that you would like to do?
In terms of music?
Music.
I
or
would
anything else.
I would like to be acknowledged as somebody who is not only a writer or an artist, but as a humanitarian, you know. And I did my humanitarian stuff through music as well. So it has shown. I think being a humanitarian is actually showing who you really is on the inside. Because anybody can sing a song. Anybody can go up on the stage and perform and people like you. But the human behind that song there, you know.
Right.
Who are you? What are you really about? You know, are you true to yourself? Are you even true to the music where you do? You're true to the people in your surrounding? You understand? So I would like to be acknowledged as the human being, the humanitarian being the publicity.
Okay. Do you remember your first big stage that you performed on? And how did you feel?
First big stage. I've been doing so much performance ever since I was a youth. I remember doing Teen Splash as a little youth. Just come from Portland and then put me up on the Teen Splash stage. And them never really accept me that well. So, and that alone has shown me to say, well, you did do a Portland, a different thing I go on here, say, you know. You know, them never boo me per se, but them never accept me well. Just sing and come off and yeah, you can go on now. You know that kind of vibe there?
Yes.
But that within itself make me want to do more because it make me want to go back on that teen slash stage they go say them. So the same Bugle I never accept last week, you know. You know, so every negative what happened on my journey just push me to do more because me have something to prove. More you know say, listen, I have talent. I know what to say, I have what to say. Just give me a chance, just listen me. You understand? And me keep pushing for that. I keep on pushing for that up until this day in my life. And me not go ever stop. One person can stop me. And the Lord God Almighty. Nobody else can't.
Tell me your relationship with Elephant Man.
I had a great relationship with Elephant Man. I learned a lot from being around Elephant Man. Negative happen, positive happen.
Give me an example of both.
I wrote a lot of songs for Elephant Man. And when I just meet Elephant Man, he was putting out an album for Greensleeve, Lagan, the album titled Lagan. I wrote 7 songs on that album. I just meet Elephant Man. I'm just a write song go. I wasn't doing it where me I look for nothing in return financially. What I was looking for in return is for Elephant Man to help me since me do so much for him. But he didn't help me with my career and I wasn't compensated for nothing. And that hurt still.
Left a bad taste in your mouth.
That had a bad taste. But I not dwell upon the negative. I learn a whole heap from being around him. And no matter how negative anything at all was. Because as I said, there was good times. There was a lot of good times around Elephant Man. But what I did, I took the positive from the negative. So I always try to develop a negative into a positive picture and use that to develop myself. So if it's a case where Elephant Man don't deal with you, or I think him should have deal with you as a human being, me take that. And make sure that when me get the chance to deal with you, me I go deal with you the opposite way of how he dealt with you in the past. You understand? So I was just there learning a lot. I mean, I make BET 106 and Park appearance with him. I did MTV Red Carpet with him. I do Wally. There was a lot of experience. You know, I meet Janet Jackson, I meet Pharrell, I meet R. Kelly, I meet Usher, I meet so much people, you know, Tweet and Missy Elliott, and you name them. All of them people, Mariah Carey, all of them people were Elephant Man that I worked with at the time. I was very instrumental behind the writing.
Are you happy to see the entertainers that you probably thought you'd never see in your life?
When I meet Pharrell, because I love, at the time, Pharrell was like my favorite artist. So when I meet Pharrell, it was like, wow. When I get the chance to hug up Janet Jackson and take a picture, I was like, wow, this is it. You know? But I wasn't doing it as Bugle. I never get this opportunity as Bugle, the artist. I get this opportunity as Bugle, Elephant Man, like a second. So all of them things, I still have to put them things in perspective and know, say, Elephant Man still give me opportunity, even though I think he take a lot from me still.
Yes. Okay. Now, one final question, because I know you're a very busy man. What advice would you give to a young person that wants to get into this field?
Make sure say you have your business together, the business part. Make sure you have something can rock back on just in case this don't work. You reach and you make some money. Get involved in a business. Do something that can help you to enhance your career, your musical career, or just something where you can, survive off of just in case. But you have music and you have music business. And don't forget the music business. I may have said this from my personal experience because I wasn't looking at the music business. I was just looking at the music.
And most people do.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think back then nobody never looked on the business like that. Most people just look on the music. Now I think the youth them wise and them a check on the business part more than just the music part. And that is something I would want to advise anybody at all. Or get into any business. Look, check out the black and white.
That's very important.
Check out the fine print. That is very important. Make sure you get what you truly deserve to get. And don't be cheated, and try not to cheat anyone as well. Because based on even my bad experience, I could never cheat anybody. And as I say, all of them things that build me and teach me, I wouldn't want to put no man through what I went through. So because of that, now if you put a line in my song, I want to compensate you for that line, no matter how small the compensation is. Because this one line might turn you into a man.
That's true.
So...
Now
want to tell the young youth them,
that's the business. That's the show. There's a show and then the business. And
yes.
That's what we're talking
show
about
business,
right now. The
music business,
the
yes.
music business.
So stay strong, stay focused, enhance your talent, grow. And you're not going to grow around people who you and them is on the same level or they are below you. You have to grow with people who are above you and more educated than you are, and have more influence than you are, so them can help you to be the bigger person, the bigger version of yourself. You understand?
Thank you so much, Bugle, for this wonderful interview. And I also like to thank VP Records for making all this happen, possible. It's been a pleasure talking with you. And please tell the audience again what are the platforms that your new album is coming out on.
Yes, so I have to look on my phone.
That's okay.
So the Toxicity Deluxe version, of course, it is available on Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube, and GRAMMY. ANGHAMI, and GRAMMY. And VPAL. Don't forget Evidence Music. And, we have to give thanks for all these great people who take time out of them day for come sit down and have conversation with me. Everybody have a life and have important stuff to do. You never did that for come sit down and talk to Bugle. You could have said, I forgot to make money to pay my bills.
No, I ran here over here. I was very happy to interview you.
Yeah.
I know of your music and stuff. I was listening to it before I even got here at home. I wanted to make sure I asked you enough questions that will...
Because this is the middle of the day, not the middle of the week.
True.
You understand? I mean, on a Friday. So I know it's not really easy for everybody to come out 12 o'clock on a Friday for come, have conversation. Because I really don't do interview. I have conversation.
Now, how can people contact you personally if they want to? Because it's such an inspirational title. I mean, the title of your album.
Yeah.
If people want to reach you, how can they reach you?
Instagram is perfect. If you go to Bugle90, BUGLEAN, the number 9 TED, Bugle90. So if you go to Bugle90, then you're going to find me on social media. You're going to find the Facebook, you're going to find the Twitter, you're going to find everything else. Go to the link tree and have a profile, and you can click on the link tree and purchase the album. You can click on the link tree and book me. You can click on the link tree and go to my website and all of that. We're going to have album available, but not the regular CD. We're going to have thumb drives. So when you purchase the thumb drive, you're going to get something that look like a bank card with the album artwork and everything around it same way. It is not as cheap to actually manufacture, but we still make sure that we sell it for the same price the album sell for, because it's not just about the money. Even if we just balance out what we spend, we go the same way. Just want to make sure so the people them have access to my music.
And name that song again, that album, what's the name of it?
Toxicity.
Toxicity.
And this is, you're going to see two Toxicity. You're going to see Toxicity with the yellow artwork, and you're going to see Toxicity Deluxe with the red artwork. So the Deluxe version is the one that we're talking about, Toxicity Deluxe. Up and running. Get it. If you feel like you spend your 10 or your whatever, $11 and it don't worth it, then reach out to me, reach out to VPAL. We send you back your $10.
Thank you so much for this interview. It's
Thank you
been a
for having
pleasure to talk with you.
Thank you so
Audience,
much.
please don't forget to check me out on our World Hour Power Show. And you know how to reach me, 646-340-7271. Thank you, audience, for listening.